Lahen's going to pick here? This time the Blitzcrank is open, but it looks like instead they're going to go for something a lot more well-rounded.
And you're not going to miss too much, so you can hop on over and you can get that one done just to get some free stuff. It's really cool. Okay, Zeus is standing on a ward, and there are a lot of bad guys in the brush. Oh, no, there's the charm that crashed down as well. It's a dead Gragas. It's going to take a little bit of time because he's relatively tanky, but still, that's first blood going over to Pays, and maybe that makes Faker's job a little...
Now, Chovy's back is a little bit awkward. He's going to try and interrupt Faker. It'll be crucial if he does. Massive, massive,
he was on that ward, as we could see. I thought he was...
Even early trades here.
Certainly feels good for T1. This time it's going to be a trade, so it's not going to be the, the Grubs team picking up all of the dragons as well. Feeling a lot more even.
Grubs secured. And level 7 being a crucial breakpoint for Akali just because she's going to get her Q at level 4, which I think it's either about 80 energy or about 70, but it makes the Q rotations much more comfortable when it comes to trading in the lighting phase.
Vision control here for T1. Do you have Canyon, but he's backing, wanting to spend his earned gold from those four players.
Oh god, okay, the arrow is going to connect. The counter-strike wears off, but there's the cease and desist! And he can't flash leap strike out of that one, and even though he had the Grandmaster's might, he's still going down. That is going to be a kill going over, equaling things out for T1.
How is Gen.G going to be able to absorb the amount of backline threat that's there? Because T1 can split up a fight very easily with the Gragas ult, and obviously he has Owner to start him out.
Going to come on through here as Zeus is looking to take the fight to Keen. Does find some nice body slams. There's the slowdown as well. Leap strike just to try and escape, and you can see Canyon. Oh, he was looking for a potential angle as Keen able to sidestep, but that does buy some space. Still, Owner not going to be committing.
They're going to contest this.
Just have to say, I think 6 Grubs is going to be pretty valuable
for
that's T1. Yeah, the teleport flank angle is coming in here. Keen, good position to start this one off. He's just beelining right in there. Paranoia comes down. They do throw out the ulti. Carrier trying to keep them at bay, and oh no! There goes Lahen's, and now Faker is caught onto Keen, lands the shuriken, and he's going to wait for the leap strike. There's the max range Q, and that's Faker's Akali at Worlds, ladies and gentlemen.
And that is Faker coming in big lead here in game number 3.
We talked about how this composition is very much true to the style of T1, and their ability to take these early skirmishes wasn't there in game 2, but you can see how prepared they were. Owner and Carrier. Carrier doesn't care that he's getting focused on the Gragas then arrives, and crucially, as you said, Chovy can't join the fight.
Yeah, and Keen and Lahen spent most of that fight fighting each other. Because of that hostile takeover in this series, we'll see whether Gen.G can claw their way back to an even game state after that big lead has been acquired. About 2.5k, now the lead for T1.
Pays has got a...
But another one, conga lining in. This war of attrition looks to just be going in T1's favor, especially with all those grubs, the void mites and everything like that. Gen.G just going to back away.
Gen.G seeding more, and T1 no, like we don't have to dive this, we can just poke them down. The only way with the range that Gen.G have that they can ever really, once you find yourself in a deficit, have to be extremely clean with your fight selection, as this bot lane turret will go, but the Herald might be dropped in mid. There it is.
Yep, that's going to be even more money going over to T1. They're happy to trade these turrets because this is so much more map control, as Canyon's doing his very best to try and clear things out. Dustbringer should be able to help, as there's the charge, and this turret's not going to be long for the world. Oh my god, the damage! The arrow's going to connect, and Lan's trying to crash his way out. She says no! He has his bow primed, and it's another... Oh, never mind, not another charge. That's a smite coming through. Maybe it was a bait season assist, and it's a double kill! He's able to get the arcane shift, but just barely clipped by the hostile takeover. And Gen.G cannot do anything this game.
I mean, it's just a beatdown from T1. If game 2 is...
Oh god, okay, there's going to be 5 people towards this top side of the map as Pays looking to try and get on in there. Another cast. Keen is just being thrown around by it like a ragdoll, and it's another kill for Gumayushi as a result. Gen.G not able to do anything. Faker just utilizing the second portion of his ultimate because he coming into this series, they'd only played on blue side 1 time. This is the 3rd time they've been on blue side this whole Worlds, which is kind of crazy to me because they do love this side of the map, and they are demonstrating to us that in this series, it is not going to be any different. And hope, like what I'm trying to get to here is that we might have 5 games, and that'd be super cool.
T1, when they are playing a comp that feels like it fits them, versus the T1 that is on something like we saw last game, is Knight and Gen.G never going to contest. But I don't think Gen.G is ever going to give, or a T1 rather, is ever going to give Gen.G the opportunity to get to the point where these gold leads matters less, right? When you have the 2 items on pace, when Chovy can get to a next item. As, oh boy.
Yeah, it's going to continue not being very possible to be able to make those advantages happen. And if Faker gets into the Shroud, Zay's going to follow up the kill, and now Faker is looking to try and get in there for more. Dashing after Canyon and Keen here. It is just Faker at the moment, but now you can see they make their way in. The paranoia comes down. Decent little utilization of the counter-strike, but Faker's going to get another kill. Hostile takeover means Keen is dead at the same time, and Pay's almost hit by that handshake. It could have been worse, and it's still a disaster.
No mercy will be shown to their domestic.
This guy, when he plays Akali at Worlds, it's just a beauty to watch as we're straight into it once again. Magnus Storm going to come down. This could be a pick as Carrier. Actually more tanky than we might have expected. He gets bailed out as well as Faker gets another one. Make it 2 as Ona is in on the action still. He's going to go down. The cast just to remove Pays, and Gumayushi is on a rampage. Keen is on the floor, and T1 are looking to shut out this game.
Carrier doesn't even die, gets the full value from the bailout. The TP comes in, and they're not gonna relent. Chovy and Pace just, again, have to watch their teammates fall one after another, after another. They're looking dire, and unlike some of the previous games, the ranged wave clear is really lackluster when it comes to these Baron minions.
Oh, handshake going to connect there. Not a lot of follow-up on Delahens as they didn't have a lot of information. Red buff is the prize that they're looking for, but it's going to get reset, and it looks like Ona should be able to take control of it. Into the Shroud goes Faker, now paranoia. They think they might have them where they want them, as over the wall goes Chovy. He's got the flank angle, and they take down Guma to start off the fight, but it has to be paid for by Keen. Now a 4 versus 4 as T1 look to rally back into position. Can they win the fight without Guma is the question. He's so much of their consistent damage. Is now Chovy dancing around, not able to find too much more, and T1
maybe
back away.
Faker, you turn it into a Baron, the game might be playable. Instead, it's a moment of respite, but T1 still have a very tight clutch on this game.
Yeah, Faker actually looking for Chovy here as he gets into the Shroud. The rest of T1 now moving up. The arrow not going to connect. As Gen.G are now looking to back away. Now it's Zayas' turn to start a bit of an engage with a body slam. And this push and pull, Gen.G putting that phalanx back together. All about this Baron right now. No one really being able to
holds his nerve, doesn't get dissuaded, still has his ulti available, but the problem is all of Gen.G was
trying to set a trap here for anyone who unwittingly moves towards his top side. The Drake will just be taken here, evening out that count 2 for 2, but next one going to be very, very scary because a 4 Drake Hextech Soul sounds unbeatable. Shattering Strike going to get a fair bit of value here, but Lahen's still in a whole lot of trouble as Faker looking for them. Still dashing forward as the paranoia does come down. The stun is gorgeous. The execution is perfect. And now Chovy looking to try and get out of there with that Spirit Rush. And T1, they play it slow. They accept that they're going.
Gen.G playing the side lanes methodically. They're not over-forcing their hand. And what felt like a beatdown earlier. It felt like that we were going round for round in a boxing match. But I have this weird feeling that Chovy's going to do something really crazy.
Like in your waters?
Owner.
Oh yeah, Owner was thinking about it. The arrow is going to go wide, but still Spirit Rush has to be invested as Pace gets caught by Handshake, and now over the wall they go, but Owner might be going a little bit too far. You've got Zayas coming in though, just trying to be the hero, and speaking of heroes, Faker finds Pace, but not enough damage. Lahen's the first to go down in the exchange, and now Gen.G are scattered. Pace is dead, and Zayas says, you cannot take this belly. It's going to be Canyon that goes down next, and T1 will take down this inhibitor turret. It took a little while, but I think they're just going to move through and win Game 3.
And all that tension deflates as the turnaround is found. T1 not going to let Gen.G claw their way back in this game. Canyon tries to flash just to clear the wave.
Yeah, King desperately trying to hold him, but he cannot, and now it's Chovy left on his lonesome. He's going to need to be that hero as these minions are going to now join these Nexus turrets. Lahen's just trying to buy some time, and he knows that this game is over. Chovy just trying to get back to his fountain. Goes golden alongside Faker as the Nexus is not going to go down. The perfect execution of T1 in this game, exemplified by their mid laner on the fountain of Gen.G, and they'll move to match point.
These were the best highlights from today's Worlds 2024 matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say, okay. See you on the next one.